beginning, there was blood.
What is the biggest challenge in playing the role of a likable serial killer?
I feel like you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's feels like it should be an oxymoron, right? Like a likable serial killer. I think playing a character that doesn't have feelings and emotions, or that their feelings don't manifest in the way that regular people do, finding empathy for a character like that is a challenge. But also, I think we're lucky that, first with the writing and also with being a first person perspective show, you're kind of already on the side of the character in a way, subconsciously, without even realizing.
In Dexter Original Sin, you play Harry Morgan, who isn't an ordinary father, as he is also a cop and the guardian of a psychopath.
Right.
So, how does he reconcile these two things?
It's a struggle. It's a battle. One of the things I really liked about this new version of Harry is, and this new version of getting to see the backstory of Dexter, was learning so much more about Harry and what kind of happened to him in his life. And, he suffered a terrible tragedy, a particular effect in how he perceives fatherhood and his relationship with his children. And Harry being a cop, he's seen a lot of bad people get away with a lot of bad things. So, if he can put his son out there and teach him ways to do it where he can cover up the evidence, it's an interesting choice. It's a different choice. I justify it in my brain by saying, imagine all of the serial killers that there would be running around if not for Dexter.
And I was wondering if you treat Dexter Original Sin as a coming of age story.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny that kind of actual term hasn't come up more often, because I think even though we're talking about him coming into his serial killer awakening, in a way it's very akin to the coming of age that we all experience at that time. He's learning how to exist in the world in this new way. And I think that transition from kind of teenage years to adulthood, there are a lot of similarities, even though his struggles happen to be quite a lot darker. Almost like the parallels with like the kind of sexual awakening you can have at that age too. That he even like puts all the photos of serial killers into a Penthouse magazine. So that's his kind of dark secret. Yeah.
So, can you say anything about the family dynamics between Harry, Dexter, and Deb?
It's a good relationship. He loves his son. Hope is that Dexter will be satisfied with going hunting, with being in medical school, with dissecting cadavers. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. This could be a story just about a regular situation. It's a young man struggling to grow up. Maybe he's thinking about women, and dating. But in this circumstance, it's about killing serial killers.
As you mentioned, Harry experienced a personal tragedy I won't reveal. He is himself a guilt-ridden person, I would say. So is raising Dexter a chance for him to receive an absolution of some kind?
I think so, yes. I think he's looking for forgiveness, redemption. He's got another shot here. A lot of the choices that he's made as he's gone through life have gone pretty rough. He's made some choices that would be questionable. Now that's sometimes just how it is in life. You're going along in a particular direction. Your intentions may be good. You're just living your life in the way that you think you should be living it, and circumstances happen. And I guess that's part of the journey of life, is you have to pick yourself up and keep moving forward and doing the best you can.
Obviously, Michael C. Hall is providing the narration for the series, but did you guys have any contact on set? Did you ask Michael for his guidance of sorts?
I was very lucky to get to meet Michael early on in the process. We exchanged some emails back and forth, and he has a lot of really amazing insights into the character. He's lived with that character for so long, and his perspective, especially on things like how you find empathy, or how you make sure that the character still resonates with people, are really, really interesting.
Did James Remar's role in the original series influence your own acting in any way?
I watched the original show and I loved it, blown away by it. When Harry would come on, I was very intrigued by his character and the work that James Remar did with Harry Morgan. I found him to be extremely sincere, a little quirky, a little odd. You know, you do kind of question what's going on with this man. If there was ever a character I would like to be in the Dexter universe, it would be Harry Morgan. I'd like to know more about him. And miraculously, that has happened.
Who was your favorite villain from the original Dexter series?
I always love Brian Moser, just for the like drama that he's his brother and he's dating Deb. It's like Greek tragedy level drama.
The Trinity Killer. I've always been a huge fan of John Lithgow's and just think he's amazing. To have an actor like that in this show and doing the work that he did. You know, I also have to compliment the writers, the work that they did, and to create such an interesting, intriguing character. I think equally as interesting as Dexter to some degree, and certainly a character that would be fun to explore.
I love John Lithgow in the Palma movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so great. So great.
Mr. Slater, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to the next episodes. Thank you.
Give my love to Poland.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is a whole new story.